So what I want to show you guys is like just like CSS now, most properties you guys will be using like common properties that it solve most of CSS problems when you are trying to style. And we'll just be walking through a few tags here. So I'm going to let this on. Or can we just use this?
Wait, yeah.
No, let's do this. I'm going to rename this pro promotion. I'm going to put it what is this? Created it. Okay, this one. I'm going to open it with live server. Nothing is working. Nothing. CSS. Okay. I'm just going to delete this. Get another index.html file. Index.html. Shift
FT.
It's not doing.
Should FT.
Is it F3? It's not F3. It's
We control
F2.
FT. Ah, voilà. Just right click and
Okay.
okay, just F2.
I'm going to index.html.
So you
So
can sit down.
first, if you want to create first
You sit down. What happened? It's happened.
if you want to create first stuff, okay. So what should we call it? Skill points. Abi? What should we call it?
CSS.
CSS common properties
It's okay. It will
and
be too long now. You have going to be
okay.
seeing it.
So we're going to open this open with live server. There's nothing I'm doing here that is new to you. Do you understand who you are? Okay. So I'm
Do you
going
have
to
any disease to dispose?
yeah,
Look it there
yeah,
for outside now.
yeah.
Yeah. No, because even here you can come tomorrow. No. Ah.
So
How you go do the paper stuff like
dot container
they busy.
let's just dot page title main title main title and copy the and create heading one. I'm going to create
Why do I edit dot computer and dot main?
hmm?
Dot computer. I be container.
Container.
Mm.
Just way of like okay,
Grouping.
Just
because of
grouping it.
style.
There's not something necessary of this thing. Just like okay, maybe you want to create products. You have many products you want to display on your site. So you can just say okay, product container, the naming convention, product container, then you can like there will be a tag. There will be a tag for the product. It should be inside a div. And inside that div, you can give a class name of product. And inside that div that you give class name of product, normal product you have image. You can give that as you can create another div inside that product div and give it product image, then create image tag. Just like naming convention. I explained it in like I think I've explained it before, but you were not there. It was the one I told him to call you that day, so you were not there. So it's just like naming convention. Okay, when you are trying to create the products, then when you are having something like products, it's going to be like products should be like list. So that's like products. So it should be like so you can say products and you can put row and you can also put list. You understand? It's just like naming convention. Then inside that you can just say products and the product is going to have like something like it's going to be like a card. You can say card. You understand? Then inside the product you can have another dot product image wrap and put image tag dot product image. See, then you can come here and say dot product content or card content. Suppose you can just say card content. So this can be also card media because that image there is what media. So it's just like naming convention. It's just you, but it's best you do it like this when you're styling. So it's easy for you to style and all that. So you can have content, card content, card test, dot card test, and dot products. So
I can bet it with you that I don't understand all this thing they are doing.
you don't understand it. Talk. You don't
Well,
understand it.
actually, writing dot class dot product inside it, inside the
Okay, the way I'm forming those tags.
Mm.
Oh, that's VS Code. That's VS Code shortcuts. When you start with dots, if you hit dots and hit tab, you see what it formed.
It makes all the class.
It formed a div and has added class attributes. So me using dots, okay, I created this now. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. Dot card test. Now, this dot is like class. Dot class is all when you are trying to style a class div, like you always start with dot. So that dot card test means you want to like create a div tag that has class attributes and card test to be the class attributes. So if I should hit tab now, you can see div tag then class and that's a card test. So if you don't want to create, if you want to change the tag, that's it created div, that's the default tag. So if you want to change the tag, you will start with the tag first, dot button, then the class name, you can say btn, and it's tab, you can say it's create button tag. So this is VS Code plugin that helps you to create tags fast. You understand? So if you want to have multiple class, so maybe dot just like that card test. And if you want to add another class again, you can have many class. You can just say dot product. So it's starting with dot to tell the plugin that okay, I have another class again. Dot product test. Understand? Then when you hit start, you
So
can see it's
why
created two
why
class.
is using different class names that this card test can be more than one, can be two, three, four, but this product test is another one. So if you want to differentiate between all this one, you just put this one there. Like when styling. So you see like this one now, it has product image, it product image wrap, it has card media. So this product image now, it might be you can use this card media also to style what is inside the product image. Like this product image and this card media, they are the same thing. But it's just that you might have one or more of this product image wrap. and you want to like style one, so you can just use the next one that's at the front, which is the card media.
It's something like this now. I have two, like two. This is a tag, this is a div tag, and these two, this one and this are the same. So if I should take this and I still want to style, it's going to
Perfect.
affect the two because they are the same. They have the same class name. So that's when you can just come here and just give this one a unique one and say media card media two or card media below. You understand? But it's like they're still playing because they have image. Image, they're taking the same children image, they are sharing something in common. So that's why you're having card product image wrap, product image wrap. But if you want to differentiate them by class, so that maybe this one image will be smaller than this. So you can't just say you want to just take this class name or you want to take this product image. So you know that okay, this one is card media, and then this one has card media two, then below. Understand that naming this thing.
Mm.
So it's just to like make it unique. So it's
and
so
and even this wrap concept means what this image is inside, like what is guiding, what is the at the
product
background of
image
the.
wrap. You should understand. Okay, product image, and I'm wrapping it. It's like it's inside a wrap. Then image, then product image. So this is like it's wrap.
Just like this.
Product image. Wait, I'm coming.
Just like this. Now this is the ramp, so this is the image. This white thing is like kind of the ramp too, I guess.
Yes, you can say you can make it a wrap. That's icon wrap. Because this is icon. All these are icon image.
They are not wrapped in that white
So that's just like the naming
background.
convention. You can't just be doing because you have to do it in a way that if other developer come to you, maybe you're working, you can understand what you are doing. Okay, this is product image and you're creating a tag, giving it a class name of product image. Or no, oh, this is the product image. You're just using this to rank it. You just make it stand alone from, you understand. So yeah, you have card content. And where you see card content, you know that maybe details, information about the product. You can say maybe card test, or you can rather change it to maybe card description or product description. If it's okay, you can just give it card test because description can just say test and just say product description. You understand? And you can come down here and say dot product price. So you can create span or you can write it, just put price at 4,000. So that's just the naming convention, but this is not what I want to say. But you understand what we mean, Abi?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm also going to make this actually. Yes. We'll be doing stuff like I'm going to remove this. Um, okay. So card paste, I'm going to create a lorem. So if you want to like generate random string inside VS Code, lorem, then hit tab, you can see, and Alt Z to ramp test. This scrolling now, you want to stop the scrolling and you just want the text to display at Z. You want it to expand, so at Z. You see, so it's not going to go beyond the width. So that's what Z is used for to round the text. So we have products. We have products. Um, so um, I'm going to come here now and create a character. So most of the this thing you've been like making use in CSS when you are styling and this like um then just create a common tags. Number one is the padding and padding. Making use of padding. Should I comment it? Let me just write it as comment.
Don't you think we should do it on his PC?
Okay. Um, Common CSS properties. We have padding. This is the shorthand. This is the shorthand. There is padding. So this is like each side. Left has its own way of styling its own padding. So padding left, you have padding right, you have padding bottom, and then padding right, padding top.
You didn't do it accordingly.
Okay, I'm supposed to do it according to padding top, right, bottom, and then left. So this padding, you have padding, um, and another one is the margin, just like this also margin. So I'm just going to change this to um, so margin. So this is the shorthand. The margin is the shorthand, and before it can take for like both margin and pad, it takes 4 digits. That's the highest digit I can take. So the first one is padding top, padding, then the padding right, the next one, then the next one is padding bottom, then padding left.
Just like in a clockwise direction.
Yeah,
So it's not
I've explained it to you.
Yeah.
So padding, and we have make use of background color,
I know this piece for that background.
background color, um, background color. So background color, you can background color, and there's also background. Make use of the height, the width, and the display. The display, the display, um, the display align items, align items, justify content, then the gap. This is a shorthand. So the first one starts for the column gap, and row gap. So this is gap. So this is actually let me put this um, for this for displaying content. Uh, Displaying content, either flexibles, and so on.
Box.
So
Other box.
we also be making use of flexible. Um, yeah, just this. Then a background. Then for the text, for text properties, we have
Font height. Choose
um,
color.
so you have font size. increase the test size. You have font weight. To increase the weight of the test, you have
Color,
test transform.
decoration.
Test transform. Test transform is used to change it to either uppercase or lowercase or camel case to capitalize. You should know all those on uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. So there are others too, sha. And you have font family for the text, font family, font weight, font size, font family. So and text decoration also text decoration. So text decoration and so all this is also similar actually. Okay, and when you are like positioning, okay, let me put position here. Position the top. Okay, I'm coming. Let me create another this positioning.
How do you do this one?
That one.
Yeah.
Um,
Control,
it's got
question
control.
mark.
This control. I will do control. So
The sign is this for what?
that's for
Comment.
comments. This all this now is comments. It's not going to
Affect the
display on
coach.
your browser. It's not going to affect anything. It's just comments. So this is what the comments actually used for, just for explanation and all that. Understand? So for positioning content, so we have position itself. Um, we have
Right,
top. We have right. We have
bottom.
bottom and top. That's left. So for positioning content,
Hmm.
so top, right, bottom, left, and what do we um and there is this after and distant tag.
After and before.
That's what are they called? They're not actually they are called um um, what is after okay
Pseudo
create a
elements.
studio element that is last child of the
Pseudo
selected
elements.
element. So this after creates the after tag when we talk about studio element. So you have after after and before and this studio element and the what is it the over and the over is over um so these are like events actually. So let's just say CSS events. So you have over active and visited and then focus. once you just need to business. Yes, there are many of it actually. So these are just the ones, and let's take. I don't know all actually, but maybe along the way I'll add more. So we have padding, margin, background color, background height. Um, so this also background image. Background image and font size position after over focus. So we'll just be working around with this mentioned there and see what we can do with it. So we have for displaying here, display align items, justify content. And there's also displays items, place items, and place content. This actually works with this. These two. These two works with this. These two works when you display the contents. That's the contents grid. So something like this. When you have display grid. So let's just take each and let's work it. So I'm going to we have where we open it. Structure HTML. Okay, so we have this um so let's try this one first and see what we'll be adding to this. Oh, and this test align also. Yeah, test align, test align. So so for this now, let's see. So we'll be making use of this test stuff. So I'm going to go should I go below that? So dot h should we give it let's give it a class name. Class of page title, and let's get it here. Dot page title. I didn't add color. Color is also part. So you want to give it color. So page title, want to give font size of 20 pixel. Font weight. Okay, let me save that. You can see font size. We have font weight. I want to give it 1000, or there is as you can give it border. So this board should be 1000. Yes, I think so. One because you have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. Now then you have bold, then border, then lighter, then normal. So it depends on the font size, the font family size that is available on the browser. Because this now is browser font family. We are not using any font family. It's the default the system font family we are using. So I'm going to give it font weight of 900 and let's see the difference. So it's having no difference. I think that is the highest version of
Amigos,
so we
le
can,
frate.
can
Le frate mention
we
is
can
okay.
Precious.
Pico that the developing.
Precious. Shall carry babe come out.
What is this guy again?
Carry babe
We
come
want this
out.
go the help you out.
Hey, good.
font it 400. So you can see it font weight. Then
Hi. And I
text
go come out like this. Gingies dot dating now.
Yeah.
text transform.
Make I upload to date.
So text transform let's transform uppercase. So you can have uppercase. If you want to see the list of what you can put there, like options, control, and then your space bar. So you're going to bring out options. You can see capitalize, lowercase, none. So it will just be like that. Okay, none. I think it's okay. That's just the way we type the test. So I think the default is none. Then uppercase. Then inherit is going to inherit it from its parents. If the parent has test transform and if it doesn't have, it will just be none. And on set. So these are the options. So we just try capitalize, and that's capitalize actually. So that's first word of the sentence. All the words will be capitalized. So the first letter will be uppercase. So if we try lowercase now, so we have them to be lower. So if you try uppercase, you see it should turn to, so all is uppercase. Then here font family, I'm going to change the font family to Carrier. The font family has changed, but I'm not using this. Let's just use Calibri. This if the okay, this one I put now, this is three fonts. We have Carrier new, Carrier, and monospace. So this is the way it works. The browser will check this first. If it's available, it's going to take this. If it's not available, it's going to move to the next. That's Carrier. And if not available, it's going to move to this one. And if this is not also available, it's just going to take the available fonts on the browser. So that will be the browser font, default font. So that's the way it works. So I'm just going to use Calibri. Calibri is there, but I'm not sure because we should have one of these. If it doesn't have, it will come to Calibri. So this is not Calibri. This should be distance. This is distance. I'm going to remove this now. It should change. Now this is Calibri font. So I'm going to change the font weight to 800. So that's for font family, and for text decoration. Text decoration, we have dotted, double, dash, line through, none, overline, solid. So let's just try dashed. We have nothing is working. Um, Nothing is actually working. Well, I think there should be um that should be what it's here. Okay, now let's see underline. So underline. So this that dash is supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be in dash one, but I don't know why it's not working on. And let's try line two. Um, double is not working there. I don't know what that does, though, but this just focus on the line through. If you want to cancel text and underline, so underline text, and if the text has decoration, you can just put none to remove all the decoration from it. So we'll just put it as underline. So underline the text, and for the text outline, so you can have it to the center. It's going to bring the text to the center. You can have it to the left. It is default is left. I'm going to put it back there, and right. Going to take it to the right. Then we can have then color can change it to blue. So including the line, everything changed to blue. I'm going to put the text to the center now. So then the color. Then you can also have the background color. Background color. Let's change. Let's give the background color. Let's see. So that is the background color. It's taking the full width. So you can see the background color. I'm just going to change the text so you can see clearly. The color to white. So now look at it now. If you want it to look more good, you can just add padding and give it one M. You can see what the padding does. You know what padding? This shorthand, so it applies to the top, the right, the bottom, and the what and the left side. But actually, you're not going to see the left because in this case now, well, it's good because when you are shrinking, when you shrink this now, this your browser. Maybe it gets to the point that the width of the browser is not like this text. You see, it will just join together. There will not be part, there will not be space, just like this. If you want to see something like that now, I'm just going to view. I'm going to change it to phone mode, and okay, phone. I'm going to make it responsive. I'm going to show you now. You can see the way it's doing. It's even breaking the words. Okay, okay. So you can see the word is breaking. So that's another styling. If you don't want the word to break, there's this style called white space. There's this kind called white space. So white space actually controls the and word break. White space and word break. So it controls the way the words there is breaking. So if I say white space, no RAM. So it's like it's ramping the text, the words there, no RAM. That will do. It's not going to ramp this. You can see it's not breaking that words. You can see it's not breaking the words. And this word break, I'm going to comment this. The way what word break does is word break is going to break all. Okay, let me see break all. So see what break all is doing. The first one was breaking it by words. It's breaking the words, not the letters. But word break, you putting break all, you are breaking all the letters. Once like the width is smaller. So that's what word break is doing. So that's just like styling you might need when you are dealing with text. You understand? So that's just for text. That's for text. Styles that you can apply to text. And um let's go to positioning. So let's go to positioning. I'm going to change this back to normal browser stuff and close this. So let's talk about this positioning. Where is it? Um this positioning. Yeah. So now the way this positioning works is I'm still going to style this page title. The page title. So this page title has parents. It has parent, and I think the parent is um okay, the closest parent is main title. So that's the closest parent. All these are other parents, so but this is the closest parent. These are higher parent of the page title. So I want to display this page title. I want to like change the position where it is. Are you getting it? Huh? Um so that's okay when there's white space now. So these are CSS, font size, font weight, text transform, font family, text decoration, and you want to do the positioning. So the way this positioning works is when you are saying okay, position tag, we have relative, we have absolute, we have static. So I'm just going to deal with the um, relative and absolute. Relative and absolute. Okay, how does relative work? Relative works in like, you know, it's like what you want to change the position now is the test. You want to change the position of the test. So we want to change the position relative to what element. So it's like within what element we want it to go. If we are saying that okay, it shouldn't the position wherever it's changing to should not go outside this main title. That's what the relative does. So it's going to find the relative element where it's going to like adjust its position. So if you make this main title um relative, if you make the main title relative, that means if you this now you are trying to change the position, but if the position can't go outside this main title, like that's it's relative. So the measurement of the position will be based on the parent element. So if you make it the now if this doesn't have position of relative, it's going to find the closest tag that has position. That's okay, this is a parent. So it's going to find the closest parent that has position of what relative. So what we want to do now, we want to position it to the relative of this body. So that's the range, the width of the body. It can go anywhere. So when we are referring to body, so I'm going to let's just say okay, let's make the body to the relative position to the relative. So now we have given a parent relative now. That's what is going to like refer to. It's going to position itself based on the closest parent that has position of relative. So now to not change position, to move it freely, you have to give it position of absolute. So it's going to be absolute to this like this body tag. Now is within it. So within the width and height of that event. So now if we want to change the position now, you can now start to okay, top, right, bottom. That's okay, the top of the parent, the right of the parent. So you want to okay away from the right of the parent, stuff like that. So now the first one we'll be applying is the top. So we want it to be 200 pixel away from the top of the parent. If I should save it now, you can see it. Now notice it's not taking full width of the parent again now. It's going to take the width of its content. Before it's like this the position absolute now is um change the way it's supposed it's default styling. Now it's supposed to take the full width of its parent. But now it's outside its parent. Doesn't have specific width like of its parent. So it's just going to take its content width. So that's why it's taking this content and the padding we added to it. Now you can see it now. It's 200 pixel away from the top of it. So this is the body. Now it's 200 pixel away here. So if you want it to be like okay, 40 pixel away from the left of the parent, it's going to move. You can see the way it's moving. So that's the way you can actually change position. You can say bottom to be 20 pixel. So look at the bottom. Bottom is 20 pixel. This one, when you are saying something to be away from the bottom top 200 pixel and away from the bottom 20 pixel, it is like contradicting each other. You are not sure of what to is it bottom you want it to be away from or the top. When you are doing bottom and top, you are giving okay bottom, and if you are going to you don't know maybe the bottom of the parent might be here, might be this. If we search it and inspect it, if you inspect the body, look at the body tag now. Look at it. That's the body tag. So it's like 200 pixel away from there. It doesn't matter, it's just going to measure 200 pixel away from the top of the, this is the top of the body, this is the top. So it measures 200 pixel. So that is just 200 pixel away from the that is the top border of the body to this place. And if you check it now, okay, now you're not giving it bottom of 20 pixel. It's kind of confused. You understand? It will try to like work based on what you do. Now when you give it top of 200%, now you now give it bottom of 20%, then it's called this one short. That means you don't want to see the it's like you don't want to see it go outside the body. So it's just keep on cutting it short. If you assign like um let me say 60 pixel. So it's just kind of you just have to like specify one. Is it, do you want it to be away from the top or you want it to be away from the bottom? So if I should remove this now and save it, now you can see this now. It's like 60 pixels away from the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the bottom of the body. So it's just 60 pixels away from the. So let me try to change it to 120. You can't see it again because the width, the height of the body. Look at the height of the body. The height of the body is 110. This is the width. The width is 484 and the height is 110. So now we are giving it to be 120 pixel away from the bottom. If you should calculate 120, you can see 120 is greater than the height. So that's why, and the body is here, is at the top of the page. So you just like move away. You just calculate 120 pixel. If it's out, it's just going to go out away. We don't see it again. So that's, we can actually hide stuff like that too. So I'm just going to remove this and the right, you can say right 50 pixel. So I remove the no top, no bottom, just left and right. So and there's another way you can center this. There's another way you can center is like okay, I have I'm just going to do the top to be 50%. So that's 50% away from its relative tag. So they'll mention it's 50%. It's like you're cutting out. Then I'm going to make left to 50%. And there is this property you can use, transform and translate. To translate, there is this translate works like it's used to like it's just same way of you using top and left, but this one can work without even you positioning it. So translate works on its own when you are transforming it. So translate, there is the vertical and the horizontal. So the vertical is like you want to move it to the bottom or top, and the horizontal is left or right. Translate. So I'm just going to okay. This X is for the horizontal. So if I should do translate minus 50%, this way I'm doing it. This transform translate is going to give because now we are giving left of 50%. It's supposed to be 50% away from the left side of the body because body is relative. But now we're not giving it transform x minus 50%. It's going to center it. So this actually you can use this way to like when you are doing positioning absolute. So you can use this way to center the element, and also for the vertical you can use transform. You can just join it together. Translate. So translate, we're not dealing with the vertical. That will be minus 50% to put it to the middle. So now it's in the middle. Um let's check the body. Kind of not in the middle, but just that's actually where you can actually let me put the body to the height of um 400 pixel. Okay. where's the body? Okay, so look at the body now. This is now in the middle. I gave the body height. So look at element. Look at the body type. You can see in the middle. So that's another way you can actually use to like center stuff. Like children, just like we center the stairs. So the translate S is for the horizontal side, and then the translate Y, and there is a shorthand. The shorthand is just translate. Then you know the first one will be for the horizontal. So I'm going to do 50%. If you just put one, it's going to use it for both horizontal and vertical. So minus 50% and minus 50%. So same thing, works same way. So that's for position, the top, right, bottom, and left. That's where you can actually. So the way this actually okay, I'm going to try fixed now. I'm going to try fixed. So this is fixed. Fixed is no matter the schooling, no matter the schooling. Wait, let me give it 200 viewers. No matter the schooling, the element will stay where it is, like the position you put it is not going to move away. Now I'm going to scroll. Can you see the screen? Nothing is not moving away from its position. That's what display and position field does. I'm centering it, so it's going to stay on that center. Even if you are scrolling on the browser, you are scrolling away, it's not going to move away. So that's what fizz does. And for static, you see static. Okay, sticky. Static don't actually work because I don't even use it. 'Cause I've tried using it and it's not doing anything. So if you are using position sticky, you have to like give it the position where you want it to be sticky. Sticky is when the position where it's just going to stop. You know, when you are scrolling, it seems to be going up. So the sticky will stop it at the position you give it. So it's still relative to the parent. So it's like okay, if you give it top away just 20% away from the top of the body. That means once it get to that, if the position is because the position is actually here, let me see. The position should be like 20 pixel. I'm coming. The translate is doing rubbish. I'm going to remove this. It's not doing um position zero. Why is it not doing? Okay. If you want to make it sticky, this is what we are going to give. Because the thing is that this page title, even even how do you do it? This is what you are scrolling. The height we gave body of 200 view height, and we are giving this one to be sticky. So the positions to be sticky to this, maybe when we are scrolling this, and the scroll height when we are scrolling it, we want it to stay at the like just 20% away from the top of the body, and it's not possible because it's not close to the body itself. It's inside. It has its own parent, and it can only work when you give that position like relative to its parent. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try work it for this container and main title, because this main title is another is where we have the paid title. So we want to make this sticky. So I'm going to change this to dot container, and I'm going to give it um, this to main title. So nothing is working. 200 view height and position sticky. Can you see? Can you see it's not going? Do you understand?
Yes.
You can see it's not going. You know, when I first tried it, I gave the body relative and it's not working. So if you want it to work, it must be like, okay, this is the parent and this is the child. So you have to use sticky for this and this will be relative. That's really where it can work. That means you are schooling its parents, its closest parents. When the like the container now is the closest parent of main title. So the parent is schooling. So this will have to like listen to that if okay it's scrolling. My parent there's something going on with the scrolling. So once it gets to like 200 pixels away from the top of the parent, it's going to stop. So now here it's zero. You can actually put it 20 pixel, 20 pixel. So that's how it even shifts. You can see, you can see it. So that's what the top does. So is the top is just okay the way you want it to stop and it won't go again. I don't know if do you understand it? Eh? Talk now. Talk.
Okay. So you change the main title and the container. This one was body before, right?
Yeah, it was body before. Now I make it like um this is the parent and this um child is one of container children. Like next if you want to like take not grandchild is child. That's container child. You understand? You can't say you can't make this relative and want to make the grandchild of container to be sticky. You have to make the child itself to be sticky. It won't work for grandchild or grandchildren. You understand? It has to be the child that you are making sticky. So if you are giving the grandpa a position relative and you are trying to make the grandchild position sticky, it's not going to work. It has to be the child. You understand? It has to be the child. So that's why I changed it to container and main title because container main title is child to what? Container.